Tales of Arise. Now, where we left off, we're just getting to the juicy part where we need to come out here and kill these things.
Retreat if you know what's good for you. Take this!
I'll just drop the other two.
Now you see what I can do!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Come one, come all!
Super easy, though.
Well, looky here.
Okay, so what I'm thinking
There's something in the water. I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond. And it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Renin eyes.
Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble.
I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod.
You must not be familiar with fishing.
We get to learn how to fish, guys. Sweet.
Here, let me show you how it's done.
Hey, what do you think about that spot?
Good idea. I'll go for that one. Hup. Looks like I lost it. Okay, change of plans. Yeah. There we go. I reeled us in a big one.
We can make a real feast out of this
We
bad
can
boy!
actually fish. This is gonna be awesome.
Where should I cast my line? Is this what I think it is?
excited.
I didn't think I'd catch something this big.
Remarkable. You're top of the food chain.
And that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins.
Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us.
Okay!
So the first thing I wanted to do was we're going to switch our outfits. There was... Oh, maybe not. Okay. Fishing notes. Okay.
There's a nice breeze here.
Yeah!
All right.
Perfect.
Anybody could reel in that.
Not too shabby, friend.
Ha!
All right.
That's a bit of a letdown.
Nice work!
Super happy that I can fish.
There we go.
That's why. Okay.
Well, it's not bad, per se.
Nice work!
There we go.
Little baby fish.
Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
That went pretty well.
Ha! Reel it in. I reeled us in a big one.
That fish put up a fight. Good catch!
Perfect. Alright. Anyway, we're gonna quit for now, and we are gonna go to a different area. So we, I think, are strong enough to actually do the first, one of the first challenges we got at the very beginning. At least I'm ready to try.
We've reached our
What we've got.
destination.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna change it to the Tekken.
You can tell it's tough just looking.
Oh, 43. Well,
Don't
no,
get careless.
this isn't gonna work.
Don't tell me! You'll pay for that!
I'll bring you back to the depths a bit. As if the normal creepy crawlies aren't disgusting enough.
Never mind. I thought it was the last
Go
thing.
for the weak point.
I know which one I was talking about.
I'll bring you back.
It was the other one, the bird. Either way, so we can go through here though. Pretty sure. Yeah. It might be the other way. Either way. Huh? I thought that was a
Judging by
fishing
the
hole down here.
stench, I'd say the animals at the ranch are all grown now.
Let's do this. Sorry, guys. Ripper, go lay down. What's up?
It's quite hot here. The climate feels different from Menancius.
It's gotten much cooler since leaving town, though.
Does that mean eyes were...
Let's dispose of the trash.
We turn the table.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back.
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Going this way, because I think there's a fishing hole. I can't remember though. No, it's not this way. Oh yeah, there it is.
Finally.
Where should I cast my line? Yeah! There we go. Well, it's not bad, per se.
Nice work!
Okay.
That food there looks pretty tasty.
Yep, we can fix that new recipe with it.
I eagerly await the final result.
Alright, let's go see if the other guy changed his clothes. Or try to do the older challenges before we move on.
Get lost!
We did it!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Looks like it could be worth something.
I think it's safe to rest here now.
See how I was right. Okay, here.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
16 and 16 now. 16 scoops and 16.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we thought it would do something by now. Okay. That doesn't work.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Is that the Zoogle we were told to dispatch?
I'll do my best!
None shall escape my judgment!
This one's mine!
Confiscated!
Take this!
This one's all mine!
I'll take out the legs with my shield!
Come and face me! Begin! Pull it together, Law.
Sorry, right! I'm calm. Look sharp!
Take this!
Medium!
The tide of battle has turned in our favor. A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop. Denied!
The fluidity of your movement is simply incredible.
Look sharp!
This one's mine!
Use its weak point to take it down.
All together, everyone!
My judgment!
Not today!
Resonate with the earth.
Not now, not ever.
Armor won't save you. I'll thank you.
Double demon fang!
Oh yeah, what's going on?
Tornado fly! Now, while it's freely!
Take it down!
Lunarongo!
I'm on top! Tiger Blade! That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Glacial Spear! Here's the evil!
No further. Stay away from my friend!
Here's the evil!
Eat dirt!
Take this! Freeze Land!
Azure Storm!
I'll bring you Arch Steel! Confiscation! Tiger Blade!
On guard! One more!
Begin.
Tiger Blade! Look sharp! One more!
Not done
Where
yet!
are you going?
Now you've gone and ticked me off!
Don't stop.
Going in!
Try this!
That's it!
Infernal Torrent!
It's over! I'm all
Bestow
stopped
thy
up!
You're
mystic
mine!
nerve.
This one's mine!
Pierce through!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Molotov!
Azure Storm! Double demon fang!
Healing circle!
Is that a healing art? It is.
Down!
I can't
You're
ignore your
on.
pain. Not try to ignore it.
One more! Three away!
Arch Steel!
Denied!
Begin! Burn!
I'm ready!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Blood for shock!
Piercing
Raging
Roar!
Lunar
Carve
Storm.
through armor!
Annihilation!
Mirage! Dragon Swarm!
Tiger Blade!
There!
Raging Lunar Storm. Elusive deity. That's thrilling performance.
I'm all stocked up! Annihilation!
Dragon Swarm! It's wide open!
Raging, it won't escape me.
Tiger Blade!
Double demon fang!
Where are
The
you
abyssal
going?
ready. Clear for us a path.
I'm impressed.
Anything in armor is
Tiger
all
Blade!
mine.
First
You're
aid!
mine!
Resonate with the earth.
This one's all mine!
Taylor's mine.
It's over! I'm all stocked up!
Ignite!
I'll heal you all!
Going in!
Azure
Healing
Storm!
circle!
Double demon fang!
Take Tiger Blade! Searing Flame!
Now you're getting serious?
Rosita!
I can handle
None
it!
You're mine!
can escape my judgment!
Raging Lunar Storm.
That's it! Wits about you, people! Going in! On guard!
Here I go! I'm
This
only
one's
getting
mine.
started!
On guard!
Watch and weep!
Snake of the abyssal
Demon
deity.
fang!
Clear for us a
Demon
path.
fang!
I'm expert!
Tiger
Tiger
Blade!
Power of water!
Now you see what I can do.
It's time!
Here I go!
Raging
You
Lunar
picked the
Storm.
wrong
Let
fight!
the marksman handle this!
Time to shine!
Where are you going?
My head's spinning just watching you!
Rising Wyvern!
Reload!
Tiger Blade!
Lunar Blast! That's it!
Elusive deity.
I will heal you all!
Does it hurt?
Tiger Blade!
Tornado
Healing
Drive.
circle! I owe you one
Elusive
for that.
deity.
Back and take this!
Rising Wyvern!
On guard!
It's time.
Will this power of light?
Can't get out of
I
this.
was fine, you know.
Mirage! Dragon Swarm!
Thanks,
Eternal
Shield.
Demon!
Have you dying?
Burn in hell!
It's weakened! One more!
This ends now!
Will this help?
Now you see what I can do.
Ah! Here I
Healing
come!
circle!
Rising Wyvern! No escape! Lunarongo! Did you just heal me?
Yes. I need you, remember?
Right. Any more
Do
of
it!
this and I'll burn out. River!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
There we go.
Does anyone else think this may be just a bit too tough for us? There it is. That's our target. should be able to cook here.
I think I'll read my book a little more.
This looks perfect. Guaranteed to hit the spot.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit. Maintaining your shield? It's becoming a familiar sight.
Miguel was the one who taught me how to maintain my equipment after I first joined the Guard. Now it's just a part of my routine.
Your brother always seems to come up whenever I talk to you.
That's because we had no other relatives, so it was just the two of us growing up. He was my idol, the one I looked up to and wanted to be like. When I became a guardsman, Lagiel wasn't too pleased to see me at first. It was Miguel who really welcomed me aboard.
Lagiel? Oh, right. She was Miguel's second in the Gold Dust Cats, wasn't she?
That's right. She's always been a very critical and down-to-earth person. In other words, the complete opposite of a dreamer like me.
You're more an idealist than some pie-in-the-sky dreamer.
Even so, that's my brother's doing. He'd never let me stop seeing a brighter world. He always did what he could to keep me smiling and happy.
You must have meant a lot to him.
He wasn't just kind either. He always worked so hard to set an example for me and everyone else around him. He was a true big brother. So much so that when he thought I was asleep, he'd slip out of the house to go training on the outskirts of town.
You seem to know a lot about it.
That's because I only pretended to be asleep and would follow after him. You know what? I'm at a good stopping point with my shield. If you've got time, how about I tell you a couple more Miguel stories?
I guess I'd better get comfortable.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
All we have to do is get rid of that thing, right?
Didn't realize I was still paused. Oh, up here.
Hello.
Huh.
Kisara.
Right.
Alright, we're gonna go hunt big game. Sweet. Anyway. Oh, this didn't stick. Sorry about that, guys. Daughter's machine's just getting turned on.
Think we can take that thing?
Oh.
No way. Forget about it.
Alright, what are we called now? You know what? Yeah. We're called now, but
Discourteous,
we'll hunt
aren't you?
these guys first.
If they rush you gotta jump for cover, okay? Tiger Blade!
I'm ready! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
This one's mine!
Raging Luna
Where
Storm!
you go! I'll stop its charge! Thanks, Kisara! Looks like it could be worth something.
Alright. How bad is he? Oh no, we'll be fine.
Gotta break through!
There! One more!
You picked the wrong fight!
Going in!
Raging
Are
Luna
those
Storm!
arms even natural?
I'm ready! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! There!
Begin!
I'll heal you all!
Thank you!
I got you! Healing circle!
Prepare to be
And
seized.
just like that, I'm back in.
Actually,
Start by holding the front line.
No sooner said than done.
More doing.
Prepare to be seized.
I'm ready to
Polar
go.
Blade!
Ready to go.
Double Demon Fang!
Denied. I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare Demolition! Water Snake Wake!
A freezing tornado blade.
It's
Ice tornado.
explosive ray! I'll smash you!
Tiger Blade. Pierce evil. Freeze blade.
Scorching Fury!
I'm gone.
I'm expert. Coming through. Standing with blade.
My head's spinning just watching you.
Hear me. Freeze fury. Burning. Glacial spear. Pierce evil. Freeze blade.
You picked the wrong fight!
Where are you going? Don't mind if I do. Falling storm.
The fluidity of your moves is simply incredible.
Thanks for the concern.
Sentiment, simple repayment for a favor of.
I don't grant favors, and I don't accept them either.
Now you see what I can do!
Falling storm. Tiger blade. To the shadows.
Very simple! Allow me to help you.
Denied.
You picked the wrong fight!
Elusive deity! Raging Luna Storm!
Raining Slash!
Here, let me I'm an expert. Coming through.
Appreciate the help.
Don't mind if I do.
I'm ready!
Downfall. This ends now.
Consider yourself
Did you have to go get it?
Polar Blade!
This one's mine. Glacial spear. Pierce evil.
It's not very good. No.
Demon Fang!
I'm ready.
I'm sure you will.
Such unadulterated fury!
Here, let me help.
Take this!
Piercing
Now
roar!
I can no further!
Sonic
Their
Thrust!
arts were interrupted.
I'm expert. Coming through.
Deity!
Stardust!
Take this!
Confiscated.
Tornado Drive!
Healing circle.
Thank you! Thanks!
Searing
You're helping me become a pattern.
It's for the good of all of us.
Time to let it
now.
rip!
Searing flame.
Benediction light.
Double Demon Fang!
Heal!
Glacial spear. Pierce evil.
Destruction! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Rising Wiper!
Burn up!
Take this! Ha!
Look sharp!
Hear me.
Elusive deity!
I'll smash you. Pierce evil. Freeze lancer.
Resonate with the earth!
Stalagmite! I'm gone! One more!
Healing circle.
Further.
Ignite!
You got to hold on!
Flash!
Here goes. From death to
Soaring Alpha!
This one's mine.
The enemy's on the road!
We've got him where we want him.
It's time to end this battle! Light
I
up the
can't
gun!
heal.
You forever! Alright, let me at him!
No rest for the wicked.
Healing circle!
Such unadulterated. Healing. Tornado drive. Come on.
Megasonic
Take
I'll
off.
heal you all!
Elusive deity. Now you see what I can do.
Just healing circle!
Denied. Elusive
Double
deity.
demon fang!
This one's
Can't
mine.
get out of
Focus
your attack!
No. Look sharp.
Can't get here!
I couldn't make it in time.
Tiger blade!
Can you take it?
Dying.
Here goes!
So sad.
Sharp.
Not in your dreams!
I owe you one.
Demon I'll take you! Tiger blade!
Get. Not so fast.
Annihilation! Mega ray!
Can't move.
Never miss!
Benediction.
This
light.
one's bring you back from death's abyss! Falling storm!
Ready and raring.
I'll bring you back from death's
Carve
abyss!
through armor. Look sharp.
Resonate with the earth.
Take this. Stalagmite.
Will this help?
I owe you one.
Dazzling healing circle!
Raging
Tiger
warrior.
blade!
I'm ready. Totally. In an instant. Impact clock.
That's pretty cool.
I won't rest until I'm the best I can be.
Still striving to be on par with the Lord?
You simply can't be too strong when battle is a part of your everyday.
Okay. And what I'm going to do is we're going to change his back. Like it better. Yeah, we'll change them all back.
Good.
Really now.
Perfect. All right. another Zubuwa with Big Nuke do?
That looks like the Zoogle we were told about.
Discourteous, aren't you?
I'll take you all on! We've turned the tables on them.
There are still more left.
Right, no time to hold back.
Denied! Elusive deity!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me!
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Don't get careless.
Out of our way!
I'll smash you! Plenty left! Not in your dreams!
The tide of battle has turned in our favor.
Then let's keep pressing the attack.
Indeed, but remain ever vigilant.
Flying freaks! Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of that?
No sooner said than done!
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll see about that!
Elusive deity! Rotating pile driver! Tornado drive!
Arch sealed!
Make it rain!
Here I come! Sion!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! That's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting.
Retreat if you know what's good for you. Resonate with the earth.
Shattering the pieces! Attack!
Being interrupted.
What I can do!
Not in your dreams!
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Far enough! Fury meteor!
Sonic thrust!
Cyan instant!
That's a pretty fancy skill there.
All the better to protect you with, my dear.
Then I'll leave the front line to you.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Going in! Cyan instant!
Apparently it went too easy.
Light.
Rising Wyvern!
Going in! Judgment!
Here I come!
That's it! Primed and ready!
We got fires!
Mine! I've got this! Let him learn!
Elusive deity!
All yours!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Oh, 4 of 8. Okay. Now let's see what I'm looking for. Let's do this.
This is a true masterpiece, no less than culinary art.
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while?
I do believe it's about time that I retire. Shall we get moving? Retreat if you know what's good for you.
You picked the wrong fight!
Glacial spear!
Elusive deity! Rotating pile driver!
Coming through! Tiger blade! Not on my watch!
Demon
Make it
Fang!
rain!
Double Dohalim! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Final time block.
It's over!
Tiger blade!
All mine! Burn in hell!
On guard! One more!
Through these lands most verdant green, my eyes alight for sights unseen. Retreat if you know what's good for you.
I'm only getting started! One more!
Can't get out of this!
Make it rain!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
You're mine!
Annihilate! Do it! Piercing! Get toasty!
Bird strike!
None shall escape Anything my normal is all wonder. mine! Where are you going? This one!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
There's the Zoogle we were asked to handle.
No choice.
Resonate. Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Here goes!
Piercing roll!
Confiscated!
Now you see what I can do!
I'm ready!
Robotop field! Mega ray!
Another incantation ruined.
Well, we're on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes off the prize.
I'm quite aware without you reminding me.
Pierce evil! Flaming meteor!
Freeze
Rising Wyvern! Elusive deity!
You're finished!
Rotating pile driver!
Hear me! Flame of Fury! Connecting!
Glacial field!
That's the last of the Zoogles that were ruining the farm equipment.
Yeah. Thank goodness.
I mean, hey, I get the feeling. But were you really that worried about us winning?
Oh, no. Of course not.
Huh? We managed to pull through.
Okay!
Yeah,
You did it! Yeah!
all right.
Well...
I guess... Really?
Perfect. Alright, so let's go in town. We gotta tell the other guy that we killed the big thing.
I think it's safe to rest here now. I hear a voice. Somebody's asking for help.
Right.
Excuse me!
Well... Really?
Good.
What the?
Seriously?
All right.
Big old boar. Sweet.
How's this?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey!
feel like somebody's watching us.
You okay?
Yeah!
Okay. Here we go!
Stay sharp. We're going in. That's a big Zoogle.
We'll try. Yeah, we should try.
I'll clear the way through.
I've got your back!
You have to aim for the bright area on their back.
Can't get out of this.
Nothing gets by me! No armor! Stop
Let
me!
the marksman handle
Remind
this.
me to stay on your good side.
Eat dirt!
This one's mine.
Pierce through!
Into the shadow.
Going in!
Crush! Stop!
Going in.
Raging Luna Storm!
Here's a healing arc.
Luna Ray!
With the earth.
Tiger Blade!
Orochi Fury!
Look sharp!
Orochi Fury!
Take this! Piercing roar! Armor won't save you! Thanks,
Is that a healing art?
It is. I can't ignore the pain. I'll try to be more careful.
Try this! Infernal Torrent! Elusive Deity! You're mine! Rising Light! Shut up! You may be strong, but I'll never back down! Elusive Deity! This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me!
Got it! I'll leave it to you! Dragon Form!
Can't get out of this.
Sonic Thrust!
Piercing? Not like this!
Forgive me. This is my
Bring
fault.
you back from death to this. Where are you going?
Can you take it?
Smash you!
I'll bring you back from death to this. Dreams.
Rotating pile driver.
Resuscitation.
Not done yet!
Can you take it?
All healed!
Rising Lightning!
Searing flame. Revive.
The dawn! Heat! Orochi Fury!
Take it. You're mine. Lightning. Go in.
Orochi Fury!
One more ammo.
Double Demon Fang!
A thrilling performance.
Tiger Blade to the fray. Mega Ray.
Benediction light.
Going in!
Slash Heal!
Okay,
Going in.
here I go.
Searing flame. Revive.
Another incantation ruined.
Art expert coming
The
through.
abyssal deep.
Azure
Healing
Storm!
circle. Not on my watch.
I'm in your debt.
This one's all mine!
Your helping me has become a pattern.
It's for the good of all
You
of us.
picked the wrong
Is it
fight!
now?
Resuscitation.
This should do it!
Train harder.
Sword Rain Alpha! Blow away!
I'm in your debt. In a bind?
Bronze and ready.
Going in!
I never miss.
And just like that, I'm back in it. Start by holding the front line. No sooner said than done. Piercing roar!
I'll heal you all.
This one's mine.
Begin! Take this!
Healing cycle.
I owe you one!
Tiger Blade! Amazing.
Armor won't save you!
Glacial
Don't
Steel.
mind if I
Here's
do.
the Evo. Deathly Spin.
Ignite!
Nothing gets by me.
This should do it!
Denied.
Elusive Deity!
This one's mine.
Too much! Elusive Deity! Storm! Double Demon
Tiger
Fang!
Blade.
Raging Luna
Look
Storm.
sharp.
Slash the shot!
Going in.
Freezing storm.
Take this.
Falling storm.
Can't get out of this.
Orochi Fury!
By the power of the
I'm impressed.
Sword Rain Alpha!
I let my guard down.
You'll pay for that!
Armor won't save you.
I'm ready!
Look sharp. Lightning Tiger Blade. Begin.
Orochi Fury!
Bring you back. Where are you going?
Double Demon Fang!
Heal.
Burn!
Rotating pile driver.
Elusive
Deity.
So now you're getting serious? My head spinning just watching you.
I'm out of ammo.
Severing Wind!
Going in. That move.
Here comes the big one!
I'll thank you. No,
I couldn't make it in time.
Now or never. Rotating fire. Take this! Try this!
One more!
Carve through armor!
much obliged.
Speaking of things, you know
Tiger Blade!
Raging Luna Storm! You picked the ready and ready!
Healing circle! Far enough!
Rising Warrior! You're mine!
Where was I?
Did you just hear me?
Yes, I need you, remember?
Right.
Double demon!
Tiger Blade!
Destruction!
Healing circle! Ready!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Orochi's
Not in your dreams! Here I go! This one is
Raging
mine!
Luna! Forgive me! Stay away from my friend! Double demon fang! This one's all
Tiger
mine!
Blade! That's the bit!
Ha! Ignite!
Resuscitation! Dazzling Spear!
Plasma
Healing
shock!
arc! Tiger Blade!
Elusive deity! Dragon Sword!
It's weakened!
I can carve through armor! This ends now! Elusive deity!
Laser! Take this!
Azure Storm! Raging Luna Storm! Can't move!
Searing Flame! Leave the charge to me! I never miss!
Begin!
Falling! I'll bring you back from death's abyss! Light up the dark! I'm ready to
I've used too much.
Their arcs were interrupted.
I'm almost in.
My friend's coming from you.
I said almost. Don't get carried away.
I can carve through armor!
I'll bring you back from
Try
death's
this!
abyss! Tiger
Azure
Blade!
Storm!
Patience!
Double demon
This
fang!
one's
Rest
mine!
for the wicked.
Going in.
Can you take it?
Azure Storm!
Healing
Demon
circle!
fang!
Time
Watch
to
yourself.
Laser Spear!
Sense
Here's
incredible
evil!
power.
What a quick wait!
Azure Storm! Demon fang! Double demon fang!
That's bad.
Wits about you people.
Here goes!
No, can you take it?
Can't end here!
Not like this.
Burning strike! Glacial Spear!
Can you
Here's
take it?
evil!
Elusive
Freeze
deity!
laser! I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
Benediction light.
It's go time!
Resuscitation!
I'm gonna need more of that head.
Let the marksman handle this!
Sonic Thrust! I'll face you! Sword Rain Alpha!
I'll bring you back from
Radiating
death's
File Type
abyss!
Crush!
Resuscitation!
Orochi
None
Fury!
can escape my judgment!
Elusive deity! Here I come!
Going in!
Sonic Thrust!
Look sharp!
Now you see what I can
Arc Seal! It's flaming meteor! Annihilation! Going in!
Elusive deity! Power Blade! Try this!
Dazzling Spin! It's over!
Azure Storm!
Look sharp!
Begin! Double Demon Fang!
On guard! Leave the charge!
Elusive deity! Orochi Fury!
On guard!
Anything in
Tiger
order!
Blade!
Deity! Double me! In an instant! Impact Clock!
You're quite the gunslinger.
I have to be, in this world.
Don't worry, I've got your back.
I don't sense any more enemies.
Okay.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over. All done. Come and eat.
You okay, Shion? You're not eating very much.
What's wrong? Do you not like the cheese fondue that you made?
Yeah, I'm used to seeing you more excited about food.
You're not feeling sick, are you?
No, I'm fine. It's nothing like that. It's just...
What?
I guess I just don't understand what the appeal is. We could just as easily put everything on a plate and pour the cheese on top of it instead.
I suppose it lies in being able to decide exactly how much cheese you want. There's also something to be said for enjoying how it all turns out. It's fun.
That's fine and all, but I wish the plate-to-mouth time was shorter.
I think I understand. You don't like having to put in so much effort into eating something, do you?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Actually, now that I think about it, you're a way less fussy eater than you look, Shion.
In my book, there's no one right way to eat a meal. Tuck in, take your time, be dainty or devouring. As long as you enjoy the food, that's what counts.
There's no need to stand on ceremony while we're out camping in the wilderness.
Yeah, you're right. In that case, don't mind if I do.
I've never seen someone dump that much cheese on a meal before.
Alright, let's see.
Did we really just spend that much money?
I always love the sound of hammers banging away.
Let's go to the next area now.
Okay, off we go.
I'm always amazed what healing arts can do.
Just doing my job. No need to thank me.
You guys want to rest?
Hey. Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey, though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
I'll clear the way through. I've got your back. New melody. Resonate with the old mind.
I'm not so good with airborne targets.
Blind free! What did they do?
Can you take care of them in an instant? Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed wall.
This one's mine.
You're on! Dragon Force! Make it rain! Try this!
All yours, Kisara.
It's time! You're mine!
I'm only getting
In a bind?
Mega Ray! Annihilation! Here, flame of
Somebody
fury!
wait!
Do it!
My exploits are bearing fruit. All right.
There's nowhere to run from my arc. When he slows down, that's our chance. Piercing roar!
Leave the agile ones to me.
Falling storm! Stunner! You're on! Dragon Swarm! Prepare to be sealed!
Mega Ray!
Flush!
Gemini Tiger Blade!
Seismic Rupture! Here I come! Prepare to be sealed! Swirling Alpha!
I'm impressed.
Blow away! Raging Luna Storm! Too fast! Stand back. I'll trip it up. Start up! Raging Luna Storm! Prepare to be seen! In a bind! Take this! Sword Rain Alpha! No further! Monster Wing! Take this!
Glacial Fear! Here's Evil!
Luna Rongo!
Freeze Laser!
Release the deity! Orochi's Fury!
Shine!
Double Phoenix Fang!
Getting hot and out! I won't stop now! Annihilation!
Rising Wyvern!
Gemini
The official Blast Liftoff! Rising Wyvern! Luna Rongo! Raging Sword Ring! Blow them away!
Watch
You're mine!
Resonate with the Water Snake
Blow away!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Molotov! Crescent Moon! Make it play!
Kisara! All yours, Kisara!
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Dahnan relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Dahnan history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course.
I sense a strange power from this.
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did. I have a bad feeling about this.
Resonate with you? Take this!
This one's
You're
mine!
mine!
Don't worry, I've got plenty to go around.
Airborne Beast, my special.
You picked the wrong fight! Can you take it?
Do it!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite!
Lightning!
Now you see what I can do! Resonate with the earth!
Freezing
You're
blow!
finished!
Leave the charge!
Crush! Demon
This
Fang!
one's mine!
Rising Wyvern!
On guard!
Hold up. Is this as valuable as I think it is?
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're...
Out of our way!
Resonate with the earth! Burn!
Annihilation! Mega Ray! Tiger Blade!
Rising Wyvern!
The abyssal beak, clear for
Tiger Blade! Right here! I got you!
pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Leave the enemy's arms to me!
Interrupted. No complaints here.
Not infantry!
Look sharp. A new melody.
I'm out!
Anything in armor is all mine. I can carve through armor.
This one's mine!
In a vine.
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Real up. Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis! Cyan Instant!
Can you take it?
Nicely done.
More Danon ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
I never miss!
Come on!
Elusive deity.
Ready to Not today!
Make it tornado! This one's got your name on it!
Ash to ash. A merry distraction.
There's still more to go!
I shall ensure you feel taken. You know that has unique ways of...
Tell me about it.
Here goes!
Dating pile driver.
Going in! Into the tank!
Ready and raring. I'll smash you.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet and...
Step back. This one's all law.
I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we have reached the top. It's all downhill from here, quite literally.
So Mahag Sar's just up ahead then?
Indeed. If you look, across this mountain is the Lord's Keep.
What's that big tower over there?
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Not this way, I guess.
I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, At which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
I just noticed none of you other Danans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman, and this is my chance to have a new beginning.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danan, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Danans in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Danans in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
Yeah, if only I were a cat.
Not this way, I guess. Not this way, I guess.
only I were a cat.
Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Elde Menancia of its enemies, and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan. Leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes. I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? Are you tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag Sar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already! I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Been looking for you.
For me? Why?
He's tough.
Who are you? Said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
Then why are we fighting? Who even are you?
No further! Take this!
Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal.
His speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
Did you just heal me?
Yes. I need you, remember?
Right. That didn't entertain me.
Here's evil.
Ready and rare.
Here's Lancer.
Now you see what I can do.
I can handle
Swallow blade!
Far enough!
Fall.
I'm only going too far.
Tiger Blade!
Fall.
Guardian Field! Alright, let me hit! Much obliged.
Okay, here I go.
Tell me that.
Coming through.
You picked the wrong fight.
Show me your strength.
Tiger Blade!
Can't get out of this.
Sonic drop!
I think we're gonna meet our end boss. Life boss game.
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die. like you. Till next time.
Shion, wake up, please!
Alphen?
Shion!
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides,
Hmm?
Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine. Really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Dahnan astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nias, the capital of Mahag Sar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest. Hey.
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain. But you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just...
Are we in the right place? This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Niez, the capital of Mahag Sar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Danans, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renan district.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Danan legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Really? First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew it on the gate...
It must mean the Renans have lost control of the city.
Are you suggesting the Danans rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable, given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened. This is horrible.
Is there...
All of these ruins look like they were made pretty recently.
But if that's the case, then where do you think the people that used to live here went off to? There must have been Danans and Renans, right?
That's a good question. Even if the Danans rebelled and managed to overthrow the Renans here, there should still be some people around.
This debris... Do you think it could be the work of Renan astral arts?
Perhaps, but the appearance of these ruins is rather uniform, which leads me to believe otherwise.
Hey, Rinwell. That story you told us about the Dark Wings, it said that the evil king was vanquished with a holy flame, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then there might be some truth to that old story after all. It looks like all the rubble here had been scarred by flames.
Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. If we can find someone around here, we might be able to get them to tell us what happened. Dohalim, you forgot to take care of the fire yesterday.
What do you mean, take care of? Ah, yes. You meant to put it out?
Yep. If it stays lit, we could end up in real trouble real fast.
I see. I apologize for not realizing that. I shall be more careful in the future.
The way he's talking, it's like the thought of putting it out himself never even occurred to him.
Moving on, Dohalim, I should mention that the clasp for your cape is about to come undone.
Oh yes, I tried to fix that myself, but it simply refused to cooperate with me.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Are you telling me Renans can't even dress themselves?
Lords like Dohalim have attendants that take care of just about everything they need, so I'm not surprised he sometimes struggles with the basics.
Even by those standards, you've got to admit this is still a little extreme.
Shionne's got a point. I mean, you don't see Renans like her needing so much help to get stuff done.
In my case, circumstances forced me to learn how to be independent. Even so, I still think Dohalim could afford to pick up a few more self-sufficient skills.
Well, specifically speaking, what would you suggest that I learn?
For starters, I think it'd be good for you to learn how to dress. And put on shoes. How to comb your hair is equally important. And learning to manage your possessions better. And then from there...
She sounds like his mom rattling all that off.
Oh, and another thing. About your owl, Rinwell.
What is it?
When he starts to molt, would you be willing to give me his old feathers? I think I could find a use for them.
What do you intend to do with those?
Well, recently, I haven't been sleeping well. However, I hear pillows made from owl feathers are very comfortable and wish to make one.
This is why I hate you, Renans!
Did I say something offensive?
Next time, put your own needs aside for a second and think about how someone might react first. Then consider if it's worth asking at all.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
What are those out in the valley? Windmills? They're huge.
They're most likely used to harvest wind astral energy, so they have to be big.
All of you, stop right there! Don't move!
They have us surrounded.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
You first! Show yourself!
I'm the one asking the questions here. Don't try anything funny. One wrong move, and I guarantee we'll blow you away.
What are you...
My name is Alphen. I came here from Calaglia.
Alphen? The wielder of the blazing sword?
Getting pretty famous, isn't he?
Here is my proof. Will that suffice? Or do I have to burn down one of those houses to make my point?
No need. I believe you. I'm Beifong, of the Darkwings. Sorry for threatening to blow you away. We're still hunting down the remnants of the enemy forces, so everyone's more than a bit on edge right now. Please forgive me.
Remaining? Wait, you mean you already took down the Lord of this realm?
That's right. We took her weapons and turned them right back on her.
Are you the Dahnan leader here in Niez?
Nah, I'm just one of the commanders. Deadeye's the one who runs the show. I'd be happy to take you to him. Just one problem. The Renans. Seems the rumors you were running with them were true. You do understand, right? I mean, we only just liberated the city from their kind. Everyone's short on trust. And for good reason. Especially Deadeye. I think it'd be best if those two waited outside.
Not going to happen.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to split up. It's too dangerous.
Then it's on your head, friend. Our base is that way.
You could have left me behind, you know.
This isn't just about you, Dohalim.
Ah, yes.
I guess even after you beat the Renans, your work's only really just begun, huh?
Yeah. This place seems like it's got a lot of issues to fix.
So you're Alphen, are ya? Thought you'd be bigger. Huh. Guess the armor beefs you up a bit. You've got a lot of people talking, you know. But in this town, I call the shots. You play by my rules here. Just remember that. Gotta say, I didn't expect you to run with a gang of women and kids. Those other lords must have been real pushovers, huh?
Seriously? Are you this rude to everyone you meet?
Don't interrupt me, you brat. Didn't your parents teach you any manners?
What, you?
So you're the one who took down the Lord of this realm, huh? How'd you pull that off?
We just swiped the Renan's explosives. And then we blasted them all to hell and back.
Explosives? That's a pretty bold approach. But how'd you manage to avoid hurting your own people?
I didn't, that's how. But the chance to take out a Lord was worth the sacrifice.
And the Lord? What did this sacrifice earn you?
Unfortunately, we couldn't manage to finish her off. But now we've really got the girl on the run.
She ran? A Lord?
Yeah, the lady was just a coward. She had a whole lot more bark than bite, that's for sure. She's probably hiding off in a hole somewhere. But not for long. We'll find her and drag her right back into town. Then she'll get what's coming to her.
I wouldn't be so sure. She may run, but she'll never go quiet.
Shut up, Bright Eyes! I would have run you through already if you weren't with the blazing sword here.
The whole reason you're fighting is to free the Danans in this realm, is it not? If so,
Shut your
then—
mouth, witch! That's enough! If you're really fighting for us Danans, why keep these bastards around? Why haven't you killed them already?
I'm not going to kill these bastards.
Oh. Is that the case, huh? Then tell me the point of the show.
They're my friends.
Friends? Renans are Renans. The scum-sucking bastards who've been draining our souls for 300 years now! But you know that. Maybe it's 'cause you and that little lady are friends and more.
Son of a... You'll pay for that!
That's enough! Deadeye, you know that was completely uncalled for.
All of you, get the hell out of my realm! And don't ever come back! This is Danan's realm and it's ours, understand? I call the shots here. And I make the rules. I do, Deadeye, leader of the Dark Way!
Yeah! Deadeye! Liberator Deadeye! You are the true leader of this realm! We're not afraid of any Bright Eyes!
It's only a matter of time before I throw every last Bright Eye out of this realm!
The Dark Wings! The Dark Wings rule!
Hey, wait up! Told you so, didn't I? You should have left your Renan pals outside.
You don't agree with him, do you? I could tell by the look on your face in there.
That's how things are with him. He loses his temper, then I step in and calm things down.
Better you than me.
If that's all, I think it's past time we were going.
Look, I just wanted to apologize for what Deadeye said in there.
At least somebody's got some manners around here.
He didn't used to be like that. But, well, that's what losing most of your loved ones will do to a man. He may never forgive the Renans.
It's a little ironic how indistinguishable his manner is to that of a lord.
Hey, Bayfon? Deadeye mentioned the Lord is still on the run. Any ideas where she might be?
We looked all over, but found no traces of her. We heard some rumblings about activity in Estaluva Forest, but that's it.
Estaluva, huh?
Wait, you're not going after her, are you? Certainly won't win you any favors with Deadeye.
This isn't Deadeye's war, and we're certainly not fighting it for him. Besides, it's like Shion said, her type isn't going to go quietly.
Hey, it's your funeral. Don't say I didn't warn you.
We'll be sure to keep you out of it. Before we set out, though, is there anywhere around here we can rest?
Sure. Building at the end of the road, opposite side. It's all yours. We use it as temporary lodging. to house people who don't have a new place to live quite yet.
We're not going to run into any trouble there, are we?
Rumors of a certain fiery sword have spread fast. I doubt anyone will be eager to give you guys problems. And here's where I say my farewell. You're on your own, but good hunting.
Before you go, how come you don't hate the Renans as well?
Oh, believe me, I've got my bone to pick with the Renans. Just not with two of them I've never so much as laid eyes on before.
Let's head on over to that lodge. We'll figure out what our next move is there.
I think there's someone in trouble here.
What's wrong? All right.
What the?
Hey.
Yeah!
Good.
All right!
I wonder if something happened.
Oh, yeah? How's this? Great!
Yes. Hey.
Good.
Really? What? Yes!
All right. Right.
Really?
What?
Huh?
All right.
Yes!
Over there!
Huh? Yes!
All right.
Yes!
Huh.
All right.
By the by, Shion, if you don't mind my asking.
I get the feeling Deadeye signed up to be a rebel, so he could have a rooster rule. Heck, he's no better than a lord. In some ways, he's even worse.
I know. How could he use explosives on his own people?
And yet, despite the toll of his actions, none of the Danans we've seen seem to question his assumed authority in the least. If anything, they may well consider him a hero, which would say a great deal toward how deeply they resented the Renans here.
Still, I don't think this is as simple as saying the good guys won out over the bad ones.
Yeah, I don't either. Deadeye might have managed to drive the Renans out of Niez, but that doesn't make the way he did it okay. No matter which way you look at it.
A victory that's earned by throwing away the lives of his own people? No, that isn't a victory at all. I can understand that the Danans here are standing up against their oppression, but that doesn't mean they have to humiliate all Renans just to settle the score.
I'm perfectly able to stand up for myself, Alphen. Besides, I'm used to it by...
But you shouldn't have to be, Shion. It's just... What I mean to say is, when you've been a slave for so long, it's easy to accept that's how it should be because it's all you've ever known. Constantly being belittled is no different. I don't think that's fair. For me or for you.
I just don't know, man.
Don't know what?
Deadeye managed to drive out a real live Renin Lord. That's incredible. And he seems to have a lot of supporters surrounding him, too. But he's got an attitude worse than any angry Zoogle. Plus, Niaz is in utter ruins. I don't have a clue what his game is.
The Renins are powerful. And because of that, it takes a strong leader to have any hope of toppling them. However, when you take down one dictator only to replace them with another, ultimately it's just business as usual.
If it'd been Zephyr instead of Deadeye, I don't think things would have turned out like this.
Rinwell!
Yeah, I think so too. Zephyr did things differently top to bottom. He's not the kind of person who would have forced his own views or decisions on other people. When you do that, you're ruling over others, not leading them.
To be honest, I don't know what I would have wanted my dad to do if he was in that position.
Law.
The whole thing feels weird in a way. It's a weird kind of feeling, but at the same time, part of me also feels happy? Deadeye and my dad are two very different men. For now, I'm content knowing that.
The city is liberated, and yet the air still hums with fear and anxiety. It reminds me all too well of how Vicente once was.
Hums? You mean like music?
Yeah, none of this sounds like music to my ears. In fact, I've never seen any Dahnans with musical instruments in my life.
You don't need instruments to play music. It can emerge naturally from the sounds of people going about their day and the hustle and bustle of life.
You seem to care a lot about music, Dohalim. I didn't know that about you.
Have I not mentioned it? Before I was a candidate for the lordship, I had my heart set on the life of a musician.
You? A musician?
Indeed. Music enriches the world around us. I trained day and night to hone my art. Words could not describe my bliss, as my notes carried with them the sights and sounds of nature, the ebb and flow of time, and the thoughts of people on the wind.
Dohalim.
Forgive me. My loquaciousness can get the best of me at times.
Don't apologize. It's interesting hearing what Renin culture is like.
Even though the Renins destroyed all of our arts and culture.
Personally, I was interested in the music of Dana as well. The fact that generations of lords deemed music to be of no use to their slaves and outright forbade the ownership of instruments is lamentable. Not that my words can undo the damage already done.
You can never be too prepared,
But did we have to spend so much?
That Deadeye creep certainly has a few screws.
Forget that guy, right?
What's there to discuss? Deadeye and his crew have already brought down the Lord here. Just let them finish her off.
I want to go after her.
I second that. I think it's the best thing to do right now. We don't know if the Darkwings have what it takes to beat her. I'm worried what'll happen if we leave her to her own devices.
You make a good point, Rinwell. And maybe I'm just being overconfident, but between us and them, I think we have a better chance at defeating her.
I have to agree. This realm isn't going to be truly safe as long as that Lord is still running around out there. We need to act.
Fine by me. But isn't Deadeye just gonna take all the credit once we're done?
Our job is to break down the walls that oppress Dana. What he chooses to build in their place, that's his problem. For now, we'll head to this Estaluva forest Bayfon told us about. Whatever we decide to do, though, we should take some time to rest first. We've barely stopped since Menancia. Where are you going?
Alphen.
You should get some rest. What's got you up at this hour?
Just let me be for a minute, okay? Why don't you go back to the inn?
I will when you do.
Have it your way.
Shionne. The Lord's days are numbered. I haven't forgotten our promise. You can trust me, you know. Maybe even lean on me a little. If you want.
And if I say I will you finally give it a rest?
Yeah, of course. Try to get some rest, okay?
What was all that about?
So we're just going to check things out, right? In whatever that
Alright
forest is
guys,
called.
we are going to call that good. Please hit
Next time, pay attention.
follow button and subscribe to the channel. We could use support, and other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful time. From there, I am going to check out, and I hope it'll be fun.